All right, welcome everyone to the VRML Network. I'm your host, Juice. Joining me in the booth is Victoria.
My mic is muted. Sorry. Hi. Hello.
Welcome everyone. We got a Week 7 matchup coming your way. We got Kyro, ranked number 13, versus Nova, ranked number 6. Nova's coming in with a 7-1 record. Meanwhile, Kyro has a 9-4 record. Let's check on what's going on in the arena. Let's go to round 1. Let's make sure that scoreboard's working. Yes, it's working this time. Let's get rid of that top menu board. We don't need that. All right, let's see who we got. First of all, we got 9Y and Uli rocking it out down there. So for Nova, we got Nova is here. We got 9Y. We got T is awesome. And we got Uli wins. Over on the other side, for Kyro, we got Ziki. We got Iceem. We got Gangsta Fortnite. And we got my homie, Cyber Smoothie. Everybody getting some pregame vibing in. Yes, sir. That's what I like seeing here on the VRML network. Robots having fun. All right. Save some of that energy. What do we got? A little Congo line? Heck yeah. I think they practice that. All right.
So.
Let's get that ball in the middle. Let's get ready to start. Round 1. There's Gangsta Fortnite. Gangsta Fortnite pre-match MVP for putting that ball in the middle. All right, Victoria. Round 1. Kyro versus Nova right here on the VRML network. Let's go. That ball is off and rolling. Picking it up is going to be 9Y. 9Y fires it off the backboard. It's going to bounce off. Uli's there, but loses that. Ziki now coming in. Ooh, makes one miss. Takes a look back. Bringing that ball up. Trying to scamper away. Flips it up into the mound area. Now going to fire it up top. Looking for Smoothie, but it goes over top. There's Iceem. Iceem going to throw it back to Gangster, but T, who's pretty awesome, bringing that ball up on that halo. Looking to work that in. Bringing it into the offensive side. Fires that pass down. It's intercepted by Ziki. Ziki, we got Nova's back there. Nova taking care of that goal. Ziki, though, coming in, going wide. Now juking in. Ooh, gets cut off there. T comes away with that ball. Going to get checked off. And Iceem, ooh, has that bounce out of his hands. T's going to come back and swat at it. Now Iceem's going to hit that reset pass back. And picking it up is Gangsta. Gangsta now bringing it up that sidewalk. Toe into the sky, fires it over to Ziki, who gets it off the wall bounce. Fires it. Nova's there. Bounces over top. And we'll stay out.
Cyber Smoothie takes that ball over onto the right claw, followed quickly behind by one of Nova's players. They go for that goal, but it's knocked out of their hands. They go for the recover and make it.
Woo-wee! Smoothie coming out, not taking no for an answer, putting that ball in the goal. Now we got T, finds themselves, Nova's down a goal, fires over to his homie Uli. Uli fires over to 9Y. 9Y resets back. It's going to bounce back. Here comes Nova pinching it from that goal. Nova with the moves, fires it. Man, Gangsta gets a great save and fires it down to the other side.
It's picked up by one of Nova's player, Ely, I think their name is. They take it up over to Halo on the right side, followed quickly behind by one of Kyro's players. It's picked up by Iceem. Iceem launches it back over, but it's intercepted by T, one of the most awesome players we've seen. Looking for that pass over to 9Y. Goes for that pass over to one of their other teammates, actually, just wise. They miss it. 9Y tries to get that pass over to their teammate, get that backboard for that shot, but it's just a little bit too wide for their liking. Cyber takes it over to the left claw, trying to, keep that possession a little bit longer as they make those passes over. Gangsta takes it, passes it over to Z. Z has that ball, trying to go somewhere. I lost track of the ball. Sorry.
That ball's going to be in the corner. T's going to swat at it out. It's going to go back over to 9Y. He's going to try to get it, but can't. Gangsters just swats it up and watches it go over to Ziki. Ziki now bringing it into the Nova zone. They're up 1-0. Looking to keep that pressure on. It's going to be swatted about, and T takes over. They're trying to get it deep into Kyro's zone, but Kyro doing a good job keeping that pressure on. Gangster now bringing that in from the corner of the halo. Bounce it, throws that pass across there. Ziki with Gangsta taking out that goalie. We got a 2-0 Kyro lead.
Nova immediately taking the ball. Avoids the Kiwi there as they take it up over to Halo. Fall quickly behind by Cyber, but they get that pass to a teammate. Intercepted by Ziki. Ziki takes that under nest. invading Nova's players, weaving through as they weave it right into the goal.
3-0. Kyro coming out firing in this first round. Nova trying to find an answer here, trying to get on that scoreboard. They're going to fire it over to Uli. Uli gets his ball checked out by Zeke. Zeke's just going to fire that back, but there's Nova, backline boss, as that ball coming off the corner. Gonna juke in, comes in, turns and fires. There it is. Nova finally gets Nova on the board. 3-1. Kyro leads still.
About a minute 10 left in the game as Cyber smoothly takes that over Halo, right over Nova's nest. They pass over to Zeke. Zeke receives that well, goes down, goes to that goal, but it's just a little bit wide. I seem to be able to pick that back up, but it's knocked out of their hands. You can see Zeke trying to regain the possession of the ball for the Kyro team, but it's picked up by Nova. Nova takes that over Cloud, over Nest, passes over to their teammate. T is able to launch that right into the goal, dunks on Iceam.
All right, Nova's only down 1 goal. They might be running out of time. We'll see what they can do here. I expect them to turn up the pressure. Cyber Smoothie, though, coming up, has a ton of speed. He's bringing that in. He's going to go skyward. That ball bounces out, and Nova picks it up. Now, here we go. Nova trying to work it down. They're down a goal, trying to force overtime. We got 17 seconds to go. Nova hits that ceiling card, comes in, turns and fires. It's high, but there on the cleanup. T is awesome. We're tied at 3. Looks like we're headed to overtime, Victoria.
We are indeed in overtime. It's rare in these types of games, but we love to see one. Cyber almost getting kiwied there, but passes it over to their teammate. Intercepted by 9Y. 9Y launches that right back down into the goal for the long shot, winning them that round.
Wow, what a comeback there for Nova. They're going to take the round number 1 by a score of 4-3. All right, Nova, for most of it, seemed to be out of it. And then all of a sudden, not sure what sparked it, but all of a sudden things started coming together. And they ended up taking it pretty quick into overtime, that round 1. Let's head back to the arena, seeing as those stats are all scuffed. Oh no, we got all 4 goals coming in from Nova. Big shout out. Let's go. Round number 2. You know what to do. Get that camera back to the middle, because we're about to have some more drip ball action.
The ball is in the middle to prepare for our second round. Let's see where it's going to end up with these launch shots. It's kind of inconsistent where it ends up, but we love to see where it goes with these different types of rounds. Hits off the donut, immediately picked up by one of Kyro's players. Kyro, forgotten, passes it over to their teammate. Gangster's just not high enough to grab that. It's picked up by T, an awesome player. They launch it right downtown, go for that goal, and the long shot from right sidewalk. Absolutely beautiful.
Little underhand spank you very much. And just like that, Nova goes up 1-0 here in the second round. Now Gangster Fun Night trying to work that ball up. Oh, loses it off the wall. And it's going to be battling for it. And Gangster's going to throw that in Zeke's direction. Zeke didn't see it. Now T's going to take over. T going up top, circles around. Now looking has Uli to the right and 9Y to the left. And going to pass that up over to 9Y. Ooh, it bounces off the back wall. Uli's there. It's going to bounce down, and Uli now cutting in towards the goal. Forgotten, though, comes down. Gets a hand on it. That's a slap across. Pass over to 9Y. 9Y resets back to Nova. Nova, the hero of the last round, gets it over to T. T coming in. T shoots. T scores! Long. It was in the air for, it seemed like about 25 minutes. 1-0 or 2-0 Nova leads.
An amazing goal we saw there from T is awesome. They call him that for a reason with that behind the back goal. But Zeke takes that over Nova's. That's the pass over Iceam. Iceam tries to get the pass over to Gangster, but they just miss it. It's a bit of a scramble now for the ball as Kyro tries to get that possession back. Zeke takes the ball back, knocked out of the hands by 9Y as they try and get that over, but Zeke's really hold on to that ball there. You can see it launched down over, Mound. 9Y takes that back up onto the donut. Getting the possession a little more, passes it back down to Nova. Nova knocked out of the air. The ball's in the air now as they try and gain that possession. It's down under sewers now as somebody takes it over to the goal, but it's blocked by one of Kyro's players.
Boom! But then coming up in the chaos, 9Y puts it in. Nova up 3-0. Sheesh. They started off kind of slow. I'm not sure. Maybe they adjusted their head straps a little, gave that Titan a couple clicks. Forgotten's going to have that, though. They need to get some answers here to slow down Nova. Forgotten trying to work it in, and it's going to bounce down. And into the corner, 9Y is just going to swat at it. We got Gangster Fortnite on the back line, makes one miss. T comes back, gets a hand on him. 9Y swats it over, and Zeke picks it up in that neutral zone, bounces down, goes over to 9Y who shoots. That ball's bouncing, it's rolling. 9Y does it again. 4-0 Nova. Whoo-wee, let's see how far that one was. 53.8. Sheesh, homie. Deadly shot.
9Y with these long goals. We have 2 minutes left in this second round. Ziggy takes that up over to the donut, knocked out of the air though, as Yuli takes it back up. Pass over to T is awesome. T gets that reset back over to Nova. Nova knocked out of the air and is picked up by Gangsta Fortnite. Fortnite takes that up over Mount with the ceiling cars. On Halos, they go down to the cloud, over to Nest, pass it over to Forgotten. Forgotten pass that over to Ice. Ice passes that right back to Gangsta Fortnite. They pass that over to Ziggy. Ziggy hits the beautiful seal card. We love to see those. Pass over to Ice Team. Another pass to Gangster. A lot of passes here coming from the Kyro team. All three pressuring the ball here as Ice pass that over to Forgotten. Forgotten trying to, weave through those Nova players as they take it down to Sewers, but it's knocked out of their hands.
Uli's going to pick that ball up in the corner off the interception here. But there's Forgotten trying to get it out. T is awesome. Trying to get that ball around. Forgotten not giving up on that defense. But there's T. Gets that pass across over to 9Y. 9Y from the sky. Stopped by Iceem. That ball's popped up. And it's going to be Gangsta Fortnite who swats at it. And it's going to be Iceem who throws that down. We got Nova coming in from that back line with a ton of speed. He turns and fires. He hippopotam misses. That ball's going to go back up to the center, and Iceem can't quite get a hand on it. T picks it up. T's just going to swat it down and gets it over to Nova. Nova being pressured there, and it goes over to Zeke. Zeke coming in, fires it over to Forgotten. Forgotten turns and fires at Nova with the great save. Turns that ball the other way. Now here comes T with a bunch of speed. Goes to the sky. T's coming in. Good defense there from Forgotten. 9Y gets stopped. Uli's there. Uli still has some boost, and Forgotten comes in out of nowhere, just taking everybody out. Iceem now going to throw that up. Gangster Fortnite's going to swat that back. It's bouncing, it's rolling, and it's going to be wide.
Nova takes that down, launches it down, but Gangsta Fortnite's there to pick it right back up as they weave between them. Just wide on the goal. It's knocked out of the air. That's the end of the game with a spike at the very end in Nova's goal.
That round goes to Nova by a score 4-0. All right, well, Kyro scored the first 3 goals of the whole entire game. And since then, Nova has scored 8 unanswered goals. It's insane. It's insane. Let's get back to the arena. Let's see what happens here in round number 3. Hopefully Kyro can make some adjustments, because I'm not ready to finish casting. We're just getting started. So hopefully they can turn it up. We'll see, though. Nova coming to play tonight. Started off slow, but look out. Sheesh. All right, round 3. That ball's in the...
for a reason.
Oh, sorry?
I got it. Let's make it a comeback, Nova. You're good.
Okay, picking that up is Smoothie. Smoothie's coming in with some speed. Smoothie has it, fires it, and puts it in the goal. 1-0. Kyro takes the lead.
Nova takes that right over Nest, onto Halo, onto the donut, weaving through Kyro's players, but Zeke's just too fast for it. They take that ball, launches it right downfield, goes through the goal, but it's just a little bit wide and misses.
Woo!
Smoothie's there to pick it up, though, and launch it right in.
Kyro now up 2-0. I might have just sparked something in Kyro here. T now bringing that ball down, gonna hit a juke. Gonna go up top, now gonna fire that to the corner, looking for Uli. Uli waits and gets it off the bounce, but Smoothie's there. Smoothie's coming in this round and having a monster of a round. And Gangster Fortnite tries to get it out, and it's going to go back. Nova's there. Nova's just going to bring that down over to the hoop-de-hoop. Now down to the trench, goes up top, fires it up top. And it's going to get over to 9Y. 9Y trying to find T, can't find him. Now Cyber going to get challenged there by T. And it's going to bounce down. Now picking it up is Zeke. Zeke has a ton of speed. Zeke weaving back and forth, going through the sewers. Now out through the trench, going to flip that pass up to Smoothie. Smoothie holding it, now flips it up. Over to Gangster, Gangster over to Zeke. Pass attention was there. Smoothie comes up, Smoothie fires it at the ground, and T's there to steer that out of the danger zone.
Forgotten picks that right up from the air. They go over to Ness, passes it over to Zeke. Zeke passes it over to Gangsta. Gangsta right down back to Cyber. Oh, but blocked by Nova. They're going to go for another passing player. Zeke gets that ceiling carve in and right into the goal after Nova's tackled.
I see that, Gangster Fortnite, taking out the goalie. That's what you got to do when you have a quality goalie like Nova in there. You got to try to smack him out of the arena. So they owe Gangster Fortnite a cheeseburger. Now Uli, he's going to have that knocked out of his hand. Here comes Gangster. He's going to fire that up, and Uli picks it off. Uli gets smacked there by Gangster, and the ball's going to be loose. And looking to pick it up, ball bounces up. Gangster, and that scramble does come away with it. Now bringing that up, picking up some of those boostuses. He goes skyward with it. He turns and fires off the post, and it'll stay out inside. Inches from going in. Now Forgotten has it, circling back around, coming in on that goal, turns and fires, and puts it top shelf. We got Kyro now, up 4-0.
Nova sitting with the ball there, trying to run down the clock a little bit, seeing where his teammates are going to go as they take it up over to Donut. Passes over to T is awesome. They make that pass over to 999, series that beautifully. Down to T though, intercepted by Forgotten as they take that over. Passes that right down to their teammate Gangsta Fortnite. They take it on to Ness. Right back to Zeke. Zeke goes for the goal, but it's knocked out of Nova's side. It's back. Bit of a scramble for the ball here as they're just trying to get that possession back. Punches in midair, left and right, but it's passed over to Zeke on Donut. Takes the overhaul. Going to go for that quick reset back over to Nova's side. They're going to try to weave between that, but it's knocked out of their hands.
We got T is awesome now, slowing it down, waiting for his homies to get spread out here. Has some options. He's going to fire it over to Nova. Nova coming in. Now Nova advances it, but throws it right to Zeke's. Good read there coming in from Zeke. Zeke now getting a little fancy with that ball. Going to flip it up. Oh, it's almost intercepted. Smooth is going to get it. And going to bring that ball down wide. Now going to try to fire it into the middle. Throws it into 3 of them. And Forgotten, though, gets it on that clearing attempt. Forgotten now, trying to get away, fires that across, bounce off the wall. Zeke's trying to pick it up, but Uli's in the area. And Smoothie's also there. Zeke trying to get that ball around. It's going to be loose, and finally Nova gets it swatted, but Zeke's in that area. He's going to reset that, and that's intercepted by T. Here comes T. T's coming in. T shoots off the crossbar. 9Y going up top. Man, Nova can't buy a goal all of a sudden. And now that ball is loose in the trench area. Zeke just going to heave that towards the goal. And Forgotten's going to look to pick that up, and Uli does. Uli now turns the corner. Uli working that up the sidewalk, picking up those boosts. Going to just put that ahead. And there's Gangster Fortnite. Take it to the skies.
Gangsta takes that over cloud, under halo, past their teammate, but it's intercepted by Uli. It's a bit of a scrum for the ball here as Cyber takes that right up back to Halo. His teammates positioned Zeke and Gangsta both floating. He takes it over onto the right claw. Looks for that pass to that teammate. Pass it over to Forgotten. Forgotten holding the ball for a little bit more in the air. Zeke is going to be looking like a win for Kyro here in this round.
4-0 Kyro. They take that round. That means we're headed to round number 4.
To our viewers on Earth and across.
Yo, Valiant, I see you in the chat. I'm a dude, man. I see you. Atomic Dash, appreciate you. Bode, also appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in, cheering on the homies. All right, Victoria. Round number 4. Who do you think? What do you see? What's going on here?
It's really hard to try and predict a winner in these kind of games because it's back and forth every round with who's winning. I think we're seeing some different substitutes come in and those different interactions that are affecting the rounds we're seeing, but we are going into round 4 here. Ball is in the middle. Both teams are getting that early speed. They can, going to try and go for an early goal, as we typically see in these maps. We have 5 seconds left. What is it? 2-1 up for Nova. Let me see Kyro come back here. It's passed over onto the right claw. Gangster tries to pick that up right away, but it's just not there. Forgotten, a little bit of a block there. They're trying to get that goal in. Launched over back down to Nova's side.
And now picking it up is Nova. Nova coming in. He goes to the sky, but good pressure there from Zeke. Nova gets it back and shoots. And Smoothie comes up with a huge save. Uli's there, bounces off, tries to center it. It's still, we got Kyro doing a good job keeping it out of the goal. Nova, though, coming in, fires it over to 9Y. 9Y takes a wild shot and bounces it all around the arena. Now Uli's coming in. Uli holds it. Uli fires it down. And 9Y advances in, gets it up top. Going to be pressured there by Smoothie. And it's going to bounce down and go into the neutral zone. Uli's going to try to reset that back. Zeke picks it up. Zeke's coming in one-on-one. Zeke shoots. Zeke scores. 1-0. Kyro leads.
Zeke just weaving between the opponents there and hits that, pinpoint goal in. Teague has the speed, so no pass it down to him. T takes it over to on the right side. Evades Forgotten as they hit that beautiful ceiling carve down right for the goal, and it's blocked by Gangsta Fortnite. But 9Y's there to pick it back up a little bit wide there as it hits the rim. Cyber Smoothie takes that up over, passes it down to Gangsta Fortnite as they hit that right over to Zeke. Zeke takes it up over on Halo, looking where their teammates are, trying to gather as much information as they can as they pass it over to Forgotten. Forgotten's like that, but it's knocked out of the air as 9Y takes that possession back and clears it downfield.
We got Gangster Fortnite retreating for that ball. Now gonna be that he's headed in the right direction. Gonna make it past one. Gonna work that up the field. Now goes to the sky. Oh, loses it a little bit. Trying to get it back, but here's Nova. Nova's just gonna swat it down. That ball's bouncing, but good thing Forgotten was back there. Forgotten now. Bounces off the ceiling. Coming in from that corner. Gonna swat it up, looking for Zeke. He's gonna bounce around. Zeke, good patience there. Goes over to Smoothie. Smoothie now coming in. Smoothie tries to fire. Will not find the back of the goal. Now Gangster Fortnite coming in hot. Fires that pass. Ooh, it's a little bit too low for Zeke. And Uli's gonna fire that down. Gangster now flips that up. And it's gonna go over to 9Y. Now loose. Cyber Smoothie has it. Cyber Smoothie goes to the sky. He's gonna hit a carve. Now he's coming in. He's gonna lay that ball up. Oh, again, a little low for Zeke. Maybe Zeke played a little taller tonight. Now that ball bounces down. Uli picks it up. Uli now working it into the zone. He's going to lay that ball up. It's up top. Ooh, up the crossbar. And Forgotten takes over. He's going to look to spring. Zeke advances that ball up, but it's picked off by T. T is awesome. Bringing that ball up. Almost loses it, but gathers it back. Now coming in, has Nova. Goes up top, fires to Nova, and Nova slaps it home. We got a 1-1 tie here in round number 4.
We have about 2 minutes left in the match as Cyber Smoothie takes that ball, reads it over to the right side, but T is there to try and contest it. Avoids T, goes up onto Halo. Zeke on the right side, Gangsta on the nest. Forgotten on the left, he's passed to Forgotten. Passed over to Zeke. Zeke tries to get that pass over to Gangsta, but they left a little bit too early, but Cyber's there to pick that back up. Back to Zeke. Back to Forgotten. A lot of passing plays from the Kyro team here. Zeke takes that back over to the left side. Gangsta's there to pick that up onto Halo. Passes back down to Cyber Smoothie. Gangsta's there to pick it up when Cyber's knocked out of the air. They take it over to the right claw. Knocked out of the air by T-Ba over to Forgotten as they try and go for that goal, but Nova is him and blocks that goal. Cyber Smoothie's there to pick that back up out of the clear. Hits that ceiling carve, tries to go down, but it's knocked out of the air. It's a bit of a scramble for the ball here as Nova tries to get it out of their side.
He's going to go back to Forgotten. He's going to backpedal a little bit. Now he's working that ball up. And now gets a little bit of a carve, works it into the middle. Ooh, gets checked off there by 9Y. Good defense. Forgotten still has it. Loses it to Uli. Now Nova. So let's go play with it down on this end. But Gangster Fortnite bringing that right back into the zone. Coming in from that nest. And 9Y strips him of the ball. He's going to swap that up, and it's going to go back to Gangster Fortnite. They're playing a little back and forth. He fires it over to Zeke, and again, a little low for Zeke. Zeke getting rooked on some of these passes tonight. Just can't find his hands. Now we got Uli. Ooh, hits That's a fancy little move there. Keeps going. We got 14 seconds to go. Tied at 1. Uli's coming in hot. Uli turns. Oh, he under scoops it, and it goes too high. 9Y, though, trying to keep on the pressure. Zeke gets it. Nice ceiling or wall carve, bringing that ball up, flips that ahead, over to Gangster. Gangster's coming in, looking for a pass option, fires it down. Zeke finally gets it, and we'll put it in. That round goes to Kyro by a score of 2-1. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You know what that means? That means we're going to a round number 5. Anybody's game. What do we got on the stats? We got 7 goals for Forgotten and 7 goals for Nova. Not sure how accurate. And 3 assists. So, monster game coming in from Nova. It's not counting his saves. I'm sure he has a whole whack of things. But let's head back to the arena. Round number 5 is upon us.
Balls in the middle as we prepare for round number 5, our final round of this match tonight. So the ball's in, let's see where it's going to launch off. Right over to Nova's side. It is going to be picked up by Nova. Oh, but Forgotten's there to tap it out of his hands. Yuli's going to go for that ball, gain that possession right back for him, but Zeke's there to contest them. T takes that back up over their side, but Nova's there to pick it up. Nova launches it down to Kyro's side. They're all in a rush to get that ball, but it's picked up by Gangsta Fortnite. Gangsta launches that right down to the goal. Oh, a little bit high as it hits backboard, but Cyber's there to pick it up. Just barely Gangsta's be able to try and recover that. Yuli tries to grab that too. It's some unfortunate geometry as Cyber takes it right into their goal, but it's blocked by Nova.
Unbelievable. Nova is insane in that goal. That ball's going to bounce up on the sidewalk. Now we got Felix into the match. Felix coming in, the captain of Nova. My homie, Forgotten now, swats that down. We got T gonna spank that off the wall. Ooh-wee. We got Uli throwing his body weight around. Now they get it over to Zeke. Zeke turns the corner, coming in, fires that up. Over to Forgotten. Forgotten shoots. Oh, a little bit high, and Nova gonna get that cleared up. Now T has it. T's just gonna launch it forward. It bounces down. Here comes Felix. No, Felix. Now Felix has it. He's gonna reset that back to Nova. Nova gets taken out. Here comes Smoothie. Smoothie taken to the sky, looking to bring that in. Hits a carve. Now bouncing off the ceiling. Comes in, tries that. No look shot. What a save there from Nova. Felix gonna go up the wall. He's gonna be contested there by Forgotten. And Gangster Fortnite. Oh, loses that ball, but Forgotten picks it up. Forgotten fires it back, and here we go. Felix on the run, trying to will his team to a round 5 victory. Nova now turning, gonna fire it at the open goal, but Forgotten swoops in out of nowhere, sends that ball skyward. It's gonna bounce up, and here comes Uli trying to get it turned around. Now he will. Now he heads back the other way. Hits a little juke. He goes up on the mound. He's paddling. He's coming in. He jukes. He jives. He turns. He shoots. He hip about misses. He tries again. And there's Felix. If Felix came in for no other reason, it was probably for that goal there.
Cyber takes our ball as we are 1-up Nova. Cyber looks right over right Halo, goes for that pass over their teammate. Oh, a little bit wide there as tries to get the possession back, but Cyber's there to pick it back up. Passes it over to Zeke. Zeke passes it right back down, Forgotten, but knocked out of their hands. Yuli takes that ball with Nova on their back. Nova's there to pick that right up after the knock out of the air. Petit's also there to pick it back up. A big scramble here as it's going back and forth. But Ziggy's there to pass the ball over right side, evading their teammates. Pass it over to Gangsta, but Gangsta's covered a little bit as Forgotten picks it back up. T's there trying to knock it out of his hands. He passes it up over to Nest. Gangsta Fortnite is there to receive that beautifully. Hits a ceiling card, but is knocked out of the air.
Forgotten's trying to swat that back. Zeke comes in. Nova gets a hand on it. Now Zeke gonna get checked off, and there's Nova saying, no, let's go play with it on the other side. That ball's coming in. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Smoothie was panicked there. Luckily, that ball was a little bit wide. Gangster Fortnite now coming, getting off the thing. Ooh, he picks it up, throws it up. Here comes T. T coming in. T shoots. T scores. 2-0. Nova leads.
see Nova making a comeback here in this final round. It is picked up by Cyber Smoothly once again as they take it over to right sidewalk. Paddle it with one hand, hold it with the others. They go for that ceiling carve. Doesn't quite make it, but still have possession of the ball. Passing for Forgotten. Nova's hit, blocks it again, but Forgotten's there to pick it back up and throw it into the goal.
Man, banking it off the Nova players. That should almost count as 2. Anyways, we got Felix, Captain Felix, with that sharp-looking VRML con finger. He fires it over to Uli. Uli now coming in. He flips that over to Felix. Felix shoots, it's a little high. T can't get that rebound to go. Now here comes Uli, trying to keep that ball alive, but Smoothie now going to take off. They're down a goal. He's going to fire that up over to Zeke. Zeke had a little problems with that. He's going to bounce down. Nova gets that swatted back. He's going to bounce and roll. Forgotten. Good rotation back. He's keeping his speed. Now trying to turn the corner. T's coming in. But the pressure. T gets a good smack on him. But getting it back. Here comes Smoothie. Smoothie going up top. Smoothie bouncing in from the sky. Turns and fires off the hole. Looking for the rebound. And it will not go. Best goalie NA is that post.
Last 15 takes.
Gangsta takes that up over, goes for that long goal over to their teammate, but it's picked out by Felix. Felix takes that under. Gangsta Fortnite's there to contest that and throw it out of their hands. Gangsta takes that up over, clears it out of their air, but Yuli's there to pick that right back up out of the air. And that's going to do it for our final round.
On Earth and you. Thanks for being a part of this.
Woo, 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 woo. What a match. What a match indeed. Congratulations goes to Nova. But, man, let me tell you, Kyro, they were right there with them. We had some back and forth momentum shifts, everything you can want in a match. So thank you both teams for being as awesome as you are, as awesome as T is. Appreciate you all. Anything you'd like to add there, Victoria?
I think that was a very complex match. You know, we don't see a lot of what we just saw. I think in that game we saw a lot of air play compared to the most ground play. Like, not a lot of sewer, but a lot of over Nest and over Halo. But both teams played beautifully, and we saw some new subs come in throughout the game and help out their team. I think it was just a beautiful match.
Unbelievable. Man, I wish all matches were 5-round bangers just like that. But that's going to do it for our cast tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with some banger matchups. So if you guys ain't got nothing going on, make sure you tune into VRML Network tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not. If you guys can, hit that little thumbs up button if you appreciate the stream. I'd really appreciate it. On behalf of myself and Victoria, until next time, keep grinding in 6-7.
Orion Drift VRML is brought to you by Another Axiom, Helga, the esports manager. Thanks for watching VRML.